There are moments where uncertainty can feel like the only thing that is real, the only thing that you're actually experiencing. It's so palpable. You can almost kind of feel it in the air. It's, I always like to think of it as um, the worst evolution of anxiety, right? I say worse because of what it does to us, right? I encountered this earlier today. That's why I wanted to kind of make a video about it so that I could remember my own words as well. It always sounds, I guess, cleaner in my head, but it sounds more authentic when I get it out. It's a little messy. So here goes. When it seems that it's just a constant flood of hesitancy, of second guessing yourself. Of I don't know if I'm making the right decision. I don't know if I should be doing this. I don't know if I should be here right now. I don't know if I should have said that. If I should have said this better, or done this better, or did, etc., etc. Talk to this person. Talk to that person. Sent that email that way. Send this email the other way. It's like you get in this habit of just extreme neuroses, where nothing you do seems like the right move. Everything seems everything seems like an inferior alternative to what would have been a better position. And when you say it out loud, obviously it sounds nonsensical. It's like, what does that even mean? What are you talking about? When you're experiencing it directly, that uncertainty, it's like a waves beating against a rock. The water just wears down the rock because it keeps it up. It keeps it up. It keeps it up. And that consistent effort, that just unrelenting force erodes the rock, inevitably. Let that be a warning to what uncertainty can do to you, what uncertainty can do to me, what it can do to us, if we don't see it for what it really is. And this is the kernel, I believe. Uncertainty, as I've come to understand it, is a teacher. It teaches us about our own growth, about our own self identity, our self concept. For instance, if you're going through an identity shift, right? I know it's a very trendy word, but the phenomenon is very much real, and the experience is quite painful at times. I can speak more on that if need be. When you're going through that, uncertainty is going to be a big part, and it's going to be represented by the old identity. So for me, I was very critical, very analytical, you could say, but in kind of a negative light. Always second guessing, always wondering what if I could have done it better, etc., etc. There's an element of that that maybe should be employed if you're looking to optimize your performance in a certain area, or if you're looking to like actually incrementally get better. But there comes a time when it becomes definitively neurotic and an overall just hindrance to your daily life. I don't advocate for it at all. But when you're, like I said, hindsight's 2020. When you're actually in it, it feels like it's the right move. It feels like okay, I should have done better. Or I'm just being honest. Are you being honest though? Because you're certainly not being present. If you were present, everything would just flow. And even when I find myself almost retreating back to that previous stance of analysis paralysis. I remember the flow. I remember the excuse me, big dinner. I remember the flow, and I realized that I was only ever going to take the course of action that I took, and I can learn from it, and I can understand why I did it. But there's no point in getting into analysis paralysis over what ifs, what could have beens, shoulda, woulda, couldas, etc. There's literally no advantage to doing it. If only out of the pure element of genuine self-interest. If only for that reason. It makes absolutely no sense to engage in that practice. It can only hurt. It can only harm. And you see, I used uncertainty. I used my experiences and my recent feelings involving uncertainty to understand that. It took me a long time to get there. And again, I guess it took me no time at all. Don't resist. Don't resist when these feelings come up. That's a common mistake people make. That's a common mistake that I have made in the past. It's only going to make it worse. Because you're not looking at it. You're not processing it. You're definitely not understanding it. You're just pushing it away. I don't want that. I don't want that. Don't do that. I don't want that. Almost as though you're afraid of it. You see how this isn't conducive to adequately advancing, so to speak, in your own inner journey, in your own self-development, your own self-actualization. We have to be willing to undergo the uncomfortable processes and aspects that naturally accompany growth. We have to be willing to do that, or else we are not going to grow. It's not going to happen. There's a great quote. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was by a French surgeon. His name escapes me now. It goes like this: Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. Every strike of the chisel, the granite is refined, the marble is contoured, image begins to take shape, shape gives way to form, form to figure, figure to model, model to representation, and representation ultimately becomes art. That is us. We are the sculpture. At times, at our discretion, we are also the sculptor. God has given this to us, sons and daughters of the Most High. That carries a necessary degree of authority. And I mean that in the true sense of the word. Bring that which is within, without. Make the without like the within. And the two becomes one. And the one to two. I'm not trying to speak in riddles. I'm trying to illustrate it based on what they've illustrated. We shouldn't fear or run from uncertainty and everything that it could imply. We definitely don't need to belabor our current efforts or be unnecessarily critical for ourselves for no reason. Uncertainty is there to guide us just on the same path we are walking to become who we are, who we always were. We're now actually discovering it. Right? We're trying to consciously live it. The uncertainty is there as a guide to show us, okay, look at how far we've come. Like, and again, I've said in a previous video, but just the acknowledgement, just the recognition that you have of uncertainty is proof of your own progress. Before, you wouldn't have even recognized you're being uncertain. That would have been the default mode for you. You would have just been yourself at that moment because that was who you were. You were an uncertain person, right? That was who I was. I was an uncertain person. I recognized, I recognize moments of uncertainty now. I do not identify with them. I move through them. I see them as helping me. I see them as being for me, not against me. It's information, right? It's data. That doesn't mean you need to be a machine. Understand what it means for you. Understand your data. Learn how to read that. Only you can. I could interpret for you. You could interpret for me. Maybe we could get some. Maybe we could get some things right. Maybe we could get others completely wrong. Makes no difference. Only we can truly interpret ourselves. That is a responsibility. At times, it could be a burden. It is one that we all bear. It's up to us to effectively use it or to disregard it. That have some phantom fear, or restlessness, or anxiety, what have you. Let's be the former, brothers and sisters, not the latter. Let not uncertainty overcome you. Let it instruct you. Let it guide you. Let it further you along your own path. And use it as a tool for self-understanding. Not as a reminder of a painful past. As evidence and proof of a growing future. I'm waxing poetic a bit here, but it came to my mind, and I wanted to say it. Now let's put it to use, as only we can do, in our own lives, our hearts, in our minds, and in our souls, so we can see firsthand the effects that this has. God bless each and every one of you. Move with the uncertainty and see what it really holds for you. I assure you, it will be for your benefit. Remember who it is that you live faithfully from that. God bless.